start all over again. Then I reach out my arms to hold you. My dreams are stuck in time. There ain't no reason just to call it right. You said you never forget me. Never turn your back on a friend. 3 times I called you this morning. How fast we forget, cried the rooster to the hen. Then I reach out my arms to hold you. My dreams are stuck in time. There ain't no reason just to call it right. There ain't no reason just to call it right. Just because of me doesn't mean it's not a crime. I'm sitting on a mountain top looking at the way it should be. Just trying to find a way to be free.
For a long time, the music business tried to pigeonhole people into narrow little categories. And at this point in your life, you now include a whole lot of different stuff. So can you talk just quickly about that kind of how that path went for you?
Yeah. Well, you're so right about that pigeonhole thing. I think that started before, it started when they first started going around recording black artists. The old black blues players. So they put them in a category, and you couldn't get out of that category. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you sang. It was all in that same category. And many years after that, they just titled all black artists rhythm and blues. And so it was all other titles. You had jazz, you had bebop, you had a lot of other stuff. But we were slowly coming into that set. But you had stations which only played certain kinds of music, they said. But what it wasn't that the station was playing certain kind of music, but they wasn't playing black artists. So in order to do it and not be charged, they just say, well, we play this type of music, we don't play that kind of music. And one time, they wouldn't let a black artist sing anything but rhythm and blues. In fact, it started with the rock and roll thing, but once Elvis grabbed that whole rock and roll, it became a rock and roll because Little Richard and Chuck Berry and all them were doing that all the time. But once Elvis did it, then they gave the whole rock and roll thing to Elvis and then Pat Boone. Pat Boone recorded all of the Little Richard songs. They didn't want to put Little Richard on national television, so in order to get his music out there, because the European that owned his music, he wanted to sell that music, so in order for him to be able to sell that music to the general public, he had to give it to a white boy to record it. So they put Pat Boone out with his buck shoes. And Little Richard was like, Jenny, point it down. And Pat Boone would, Jenny,
No, it wasn't even that song.
It wasn't. But that's how they do it. And today, when I left music for 17 years, and when I decided I was going to come back, all of my friends that had been in the music business for a long time, like T-Life, he was a producer of Evelyn Champagne King, and he was telling me, he said, Frank, if you come back, you can't come back at rhythm and blues, because rhythm and blues has changed so much now. There's really no rhythm and blues, where you have to come back as blues. And because the young people we wouldn't allow us into that market. So we had to come back as blues, but once I came back as blues, then I was able to start singing all kinds of songs. And I guess I did like Ray. I crossed the barriers, and now they don't fuss so much about it Just imagine nobody's hungry. No, no. No brotherhood of man. So imagine all the people, they just sharing all the world. You might say, you might call me a dreamer. People, I know one thing. I know one thing. I know. No, no, I hope someday that you will join us. And go home right well. Yes, it will. And go home right well. Could live as one.